As the sun began to set and night gently approached, a beautiful love story unfolded right in my garden. It was a tale of devotion, tenderness, and the simple joys of life, told by two of nature's most charming creatures, the male and female cardinal. As the evening crept in, the final rays of sunlight streamed through the trees, casting a warm golden light over my garden. The air was filled with a sense of calm, as if nature itself was winding down for the night. And then, as if to break the peaceful silence, a flash of vibrant red caught my eye. A male cardinal had arrived, his crimson feathers glowing in the soft twilight. Right behind him was his companion, the female cardinal, her plumage a muted shade of elegance. Together they moved with the ease of familiarity. The male took the lead, fluttering to the suet feeder where he picked at small pieces. But instead of keeping the meal for himself, he turned to the female, gently offering her the food. It wasn't just a simple feeding, it was an act of care, a moment that felt intimate. Watching them, I couldn't help but wonder, was he feeding her, or was this their version of a kiss? Either way, it was a gesture of affection, the kind that comes from deep connection. As if on cue, the solar lights in my garden flickered on, casting a soft glow over the scene. The two birds looked like they were part of a romantic painting, their silhouettes etched against the dimming lights. The male's scarlet feathers seemed to glow under the soft lights, and the female, ever so graceful, accepted his offerings without hesitation. After a few bites of sweat, they took off in unison, heading towards the birdbath. Perched on the edge of the shallow basin, they took turns dipping their beaks into the cool water. The ripples created by their gentle sips shimmered in the twilight, reflecting the fading colors of the sky. The peacefulness of this shared moment was captivating. They didn't just quench their thirst, they seemed to savor each other's presence. With each sip, they looked around as if exchanging silent thoughts, their connection deepening with every glance. They had their fill of water, they fluttered over to the berry bushes. It was harvest time in the garden, and the bushes were bursting with ripe, juicy berries. The male cardinal, always the provider, plucked a plumberry and flew back to his mate. With the same tenderness as before, he offered her the berry. She accepted, and for a moment the two of them stood still, basking in the joy of sharing. Their movements were graceful, a delicate dance of give and take. Feeding, drinking, resting, every action was synchronized as if they were performing a duet. It was clear that their bond was more than just a partnership. It was a deep emotional connection, a true love story told in the simplest of gestures. Their quiet chirps and soft nudges spoke volumes, a language of love that needed no translation. As night fully descended and the stars began to twinkle overhead, The garden transformed into a serene sanctuary. The solar lights cast a soft glow, creating a perfect background for the finest chapter of their evening together. The Cardinals, still inseparable, perched near the feeders, sharing one last meal. The garden, now bathed in the glow of the lights, seemed to hold its breath, as if witnessing the love between those two creatures was a sacred moment. The male and female cardinals' devotion to each other reminded me that love isn't always without grand gestures. Sometimes love is found in the small, everyday acts of kindness, the sharing of a meal, the exchange of a glance, or the simple act of being together. It's in these ordinary moments that love becomes extraordinary. As they settled in for the night, their feathers gently rustling in the evening breeze, I realized how lucky I was to witness such a beautiful story unfold. The garden, usually a place of growth and life, had become a stage for a tale of love that was as timeless as it was simple. This cardinal love story is a reminder to us all. Whether human or bird, love is about being present, about giving and receiving with an open heart. It's about finding joy in the little moments and cherishing the connections that bring us closer to each other. So, next time you're in your garden, pause for a moment. You never know what love stories might be unfolding right in front of you. Keep your heart open to nature's wonders and remember that even in the smallest creatures, we can find the most profound examples of love and connection. If this cardinal love story warmed your heart, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow nature lovers. Subscribe to my channel for more enchanting stories from the garden. Let's grow together, one love story at a time.